Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Campaign 2016 segment tonight. One of Donald Trump's favorite themes is that the Democratic Party uses black voters, but does very little to help them in real life.
I've heard them where Hillary's constantly talking about the inner cities of our country, which are a disaster, education-wise, job-wise, safety-wise, in every way possible. I'm going to help the African Americans. I'm going to help the Latinos, Hispanics. I am going to help the inner cities. She's done a terrible job for the African Americans. She wants their vote, and she does nothing, and then she comes back 4 years later.
Joining us now from Washington, Jamila Bey, radio talk show host on WPFW-FM in D.C. So there's some truth to what Mr. Trump says, that African Americans, by many measures, including owning homes, education, are not gaining as much as they should be. Your reaction?
Oh, absolutely. A broken clock is right twice a day. And on this particular point, I think that Donald Trump is on to something. He takes it to a place that I completely disagree with. But absolutely, black people, Latino people, poor American people should be doing better in this wonderful and prosperous nation than they're doing.
Okay, but the Democratic Party has been in charge of cities like Chicago and Baltimore, which are disaster areas. President Obama has been in office almost 8 years, and things have gotten worse. And the big thing that caught my eye, Jamila, is the home ownership rate, because that's a stable rock. Once you're invested in society, of your own home, you're working, raising children, all of that. 41.7%, all right, in the African-American community, far and away, 71% for whites. And that's gone down under President Obama.
Yes, it has.
So
yes, it has.
It says to me that all of the liberal, we're concerned and we're really, our policies are targeted, it isn't working for some reason.
It's not working because when you had the banks get deregulated and you had these predatory lenders going into black communities, a lot of communities too. There are white folks I'm talking about too, but you know, Trump conflates black with inner city, which is a problem. But for the purpose of this conversation, we're going to talk about African Americans who are in inner cities. You named Chicago, you named Baltimore. But when you look at the predatory lending practices, the redlining practices where black folks could not go anywhere else, and then they can't get insurance, the rates that they pay for mortgages were higher, the mortgages they were given.
That is, though, because the economy had collapsed because there were so many loans going out to people who weren't able to pay them.
That happened after the systems were put in place to put people in certain areas and prevent them from ever getting out.
Wait. If a black family has a balance sheet and has money in the bank and has a stable position, just like a white, they can get a favorable mortgage because mortgage rates are at an all-time low. The problem is that African Americans, they're not prospering. And the stats, every stat says it. More unemployment among blacks, especially about young black men.
I'm going to argue
Lower
with you.
educational scores.
My demographic, African-American women are the most educated demographic in this country. More black women have bachelor's degrees than any other group. When we look at even voting rates, black women are more politically engaged. We outvote our numbers in this population.
The proof is before your eyes. The proof is before your eyes in the inner cities in some areas.
My friend, I live in the inner city, and when Donald Trump made it clear that I live in some wasteland, crime-infested third-world country.
DC is very violent in black neighborhoods.
I had to tell my friends. I wanted to let them know we live in a wasteland, but they were all at the cantina, and I couldn't make it, so I had to catch them at the dog park the next day.
Wouldn't it be wise for African Americans to keep an open mind about the two political parties? 30 seconds.
My friend, you're right. Black people need to vote, as all Americans do, for the candidate who best serves their interests.
Right.
Not the one who wants to stop and frisk the guys for
or the
looking
machine politics. You know,
machine politics.
I want African Americans to prosper, but I want them to listen to who is running.
Listen to who is best. Make up your own decision.
I'm glad I'm your friend. I mean, I appreciate
You are my friend. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on. And